Hello and good morning, everyone. It is such a beautiful morning. We had fog and rain last night, and the clouds are just now starting to burn off, and it's cool outside again, and it feels so good. It's Sunday, and I thought today would be a great day to make Christmas presents. So I'd like to do some crafting with you all. Bean would like to get down. Okay, so let's go over all the things that I'd like to make. First of all, I have a buckskin pouch. This is one that I made last year at Winter Count. This is buckskin that Brian harvested and tanned himself, and it smells so good of wood smoke. I've been really distracted because this door behind me, that's the bathroom door. Bean wants that door to be open. So I put him on the inside of the bathroom because he was scratching on the outside of it, and then he was scratching on the other side of it. And he wants the door open. He doesn't want to be inside of the bathroom. He doesn't want to be on the outside. He just wants the door open. So hopefully he'll give us a little peace. All right, where was I? Buckskin pouch. This is a little pouch I made last year, and it's entirely made of buckskin. The only tool you need is an awl. It is time intensive. This will take a couple of hours to make. Maybe the whole day, we'll see. I'm guessing like at least 4 hours. Now, this one is holding a set of dice made out of horn, and they're just really beautiful, and they're handmade, and so they're just a little bit handmade. They're not perfectly symmetrical, and they're so much fun to play with. So I'd like to buy another set of these dice and then make a buckskin pouch, and this will be an entire present. I just wanted to pop in to say that the bag that I originally made at Winter Count was using a pattern designed by Wonia Thibault at Buckskin Revolution, and I'll post a link down below to her account because she teaches online courses and teaches at gatherings all over the country. So if you want to make your own buckskin pouch, I highly recommend checking her out. The other thing that I'm working on that I already started this morning is a pair of fingerless mittens. So we're at the wrist, and they'll be, about this much bigger. It just, every time I work with double pointed needles, I'm like, oh, it's like a homecoming, and it just feels so good to be working with these needles again. They're cozy and rustic, and I don't know, are familiar. I just really like double pointed needles. The yarns that I'm working with are both knitting for Olive. We have a mohair silk in Dusty Robin and 100% merino wool in Dark Cognac. Now, usually what I've seen is when people pair a mohair with some other base is they color match. And I took a chance and went with a different color, thinking it would make it a little bit more interesting and kind of create my own color. I was a little anxious about how that would look because I've never worked with mohair before. And honestly, I think it's created a beautiful color, but I think if I had chosen the same color for the two, it would just enhance the base. And there's Bean again. I don't know, can you see him? He's like, please open this door. I'm just gonna leave it cracked and then he'll be happy. I don't know why I didn't do that before. But every time I film, I always feel like I wanna shut the bathroom because it's kind of like, it's a bathroom. Where was I? Oh, if I had chosen the same two colors, I think this color would have been more enhanced. And I kind of missed that a little bit with this, but in the end, it's good. It's all good. This is just a simple 3x1 ribbing, and they're not very big gloves. So like I said already a couple of times, I think it'll be quick. I might even be able to finish one glove today. We'll see. The other things that I would like to make today are these God's eyes. And the beauty of this is I can make them with all the scrap yarns that I have. They're just a really fun and meditative craft. We made these with the kids at my school, and they love making them. I highly recommend checking out a tutorial for these if you are not sure what to do with your scraps and you want a little wall decor. They're really beautiful. So I'd like to make a couple of these. These take maybe about 30-40 minutes per God's eye. So I think I can make at least one, maybe two, maybe three if I'm feeling really ambitious. One other thing that I might make for someone for Christmas is a penannular brooch. This is one that I made out of copper wire and a rock and just hammered it. This is also time consuming, so I don't think I'll get to it today, but maybe later on in the week I will have a go at it. These are wonderful for shawls and blankets, and you can essentially, it's a busy day this morning. Dot is now at least with the animals, they're all like excited and frisky, I think, with the cool weather. So now she's playing with the toy. But basically, you could drape a blanket or a shawl around your shoulders and then pin it. And voila, it's so beautiful and it's so effective. And I think they're really wonderful. And Dot, trying to make a video. I think everyone should have one because in the wintertime, it's just nice to have something cozy around your shoulders and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. And it makes blankets really versatile. So I might later on in the week, I think, make another penannular brooch or two. We'll see. And those are my Christmas gifts. So let's just get started and not waste any more time. Okay, so here we have a bunch of buckskin scraps that I think I can get most of my pieces from this. You do need scissors. So there's two tools actually. There's an awl and then a pair of scissors that I have in this beautiful pouch that was hand felted by Brian. He's a very talented person and he made these little buckskin buttons as the closure. All right, so I have cut out all of my pieces. I have the bottom two pieces for the pouch. I have an upper piece for the flap. I have a gusset and two welts, which are this little spot here. I have prepped 3 thongs, and you can see here that it's the point of the needle. And to create a little extra rigidity, I've used Elmer's glue. I think what I'm gonna do is take a break, have some breakfast. I think it's about 9:30 or almost 10, and then get back at it. Okay, I've finished the bottom portion of the pouch, and now it's time to do some trimming. It's really helpful to have Brian's guidance along the way for things that I have forgotten how to do. He has had a lot of experience tanning buckskin and sewing buckskin. In fact, he has made his own buckskin pants, which are just absolutely breathtaking. Buckskin's really cool because the process of tanning actually allows you to, the end result is a washable leather. So you can get this wet and you can wash it and you can scrub it and it will dry out and go right back to its soft, supple nature. It's basically a chamois cloth, if anyone has ever had experience with chamois before. I'm trimming the welt. Okay, it is 1:20 and ta-da! I have finished my pouch. I like this one so much more than my first one, but I think that's to be expected. I just like the shape of it. I love the different colors. I like the button. I like this. I think I did a better job on the stitching here on the flap and on the back. It's really beautiful. There are currently 6 dice in here because I had to make sure that it was a nice fit, and it sure is. What a beautiful little pouch. So on the sides here, because one thing I didn't do, and I feel like I should have, is trimmed the gusset down a little bit so that there wasn't so much extra gusset here at the top. So I just cinched it down. It's having a hard time focusing. There we go. I cinched it down, which I actually like the effect of. So in the end, it all worked out. Of course, because I do like this one so much more, there's that little part of me that's like, I should keep this one for myself, but I'm not going to. I'm really proud of it, and I would love to share this with the person that I have always intended it to be for. And I hope that I know they will really appreciate it. So it's actually pretty special. Now, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup and then do a little bit of knitting. I'm not super inspired to make the God's Eyes yet. We'll see. I still have a lot of day left though, which is great. This went a little faster than I expected, although I still think, say like 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. I think it still took about 4 hours, which is what I predicted. So, hey, we're right on schedule. Okay, I feel like I have to angle my head just right so that the glare isn't too bad, but the lighting is really, really beautiful here right now. I'm transitioning into the gloves. I think I could get very close to finishing one glove today, if not finishing it, which would be really cool. So what I need to do is knit, oops, wrong way, 3 3/4 of an inch. So this is where I stop to start working or separate out for the thumb, which I think will knit up really quick. So let's just go. It is 1:45 now. All right, it is 3:45. It feels so much later than it is, but I am now in the thumb gusset area, and then we'll split up for the thumb and the rest of the hand. So that's moving along. I feel like knitting is a little bit slower than the buckskin sewing, which kind of is crazy to me. But I think that's because I have to take regular hand breaks because knitting hurts my hands. And so it's just one of those things where I can't knit for hours straight. I'm going to take a break and do some dishes and clean up a little bit because tomorrow is work, and going into work with a messy house is not good because then it doesn't get clean and it just gets dirtier. So I think I'm gonna do that. Warm my hands up under some hot water. That could feel really good. All right, it's 5:30. I think it's time to make dinner. I think it's time to be kind of done with the day. I'm a little bit tired and bleary-eyed from so much crafting, and my hands are sore. But I did make it to the thumb, so now the thumb has been separated out. By the way, this pattern is called Broom Fingerless Gloves, and it's a free pattern. I'll post a link down below to the description. Also, I'll do that for the dice because they're just really cool. And if you like playing dice games, I suggest checking them out. But you can see there's a little finger hole. I had some confusion in the directions where I separated this out. It wasn't quite clear to me what I was supposed to be doing. So I just kind of did the best that I could. And I think ultimately I'll still have what I need to have. And yeah, so we'll see. Anyways, thank you so much for spending the day with me, and I'll see you all in another video. Happy crafting. Bye.